The rain fell in a relentless downpour, each drop drumming a haunting rhythm against the windows of the ancient mansion. Lightning slashed across the sky, illuminating the imposing structure, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. I shivered, not from the cold seeping into the room, but from the unsettling feeling that this place held secrets darker than the storm outside. I had come here, lured by the promise of an incredible inheritance, unaware of the horrors that awaited me within. The letter I received was cryptic yet enticing, an invitation to claim what was rightfully mine. The mansion stood on the edge of a desolate cliff, isolated from the rest of the world. Its dilapidated facade and overgrown garden exuded an air of desolation that sent a chill down my spine. As I entered the mansion's grand foyer, the creaking floorboards echoed my hesitant steps. The dim light from my lantern barely penetrated the gloom, casting long shadows that seemed to sway as if alive. Dust and decay clung to every surface, a testament to the years of neglect that this place had suffered. The air grew thicker as I ascended the grand staircase, a feeling of suffocating dread settling upon me. The portraits lining the walls watched me with hollow eyes, their gazes following my every move. I couldn't shake the sensation that the house itself was alive, its walls whispering secrets I could almost decipher but never quite grasp. My steps led me to a door at the end of a dimly lit corridor. The handle was icy to the touch as I turned it, revealing a room untouched by time. A massive four-poster bed dominated the chamber, its canopy hanging like a shroud. A layer of dust veiled everything, as if the room had been waiting for my arrival for decades. As I approached the bed, a shiver ran down my spine. There, on the pillow, lay a journal. Its leather cover was weathered, and the pages within showed signs of age. It seemed as though the journal was calling out to me, urging me to uncover its secrets. With trembling hands, I opened it. The entries chronicled the life of a man who had once inhabited this mansion. His words were filled with despair, recounting how he had come into possession of the mansion under mysterious circumstances. He spoke of strange occurrences, whispers in the night, phantom footsteps, and the sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. As I read on, the entries grew darker. The man's mental state deteriorated as he described the mansion's malevolent influence on his mind. He became consumed by an obsession to unlock the secrets within its walls, to uncover the source of its power. His handwriting grew increasingly erratic, the pages stained with his ink and his own descent into madness. A sudden crash startled me, snapping me out of my trance. The lantern I had set on a nearby table had fallen to the ground, casting the room into darkness. Heart pounding, I fumbled for my lighter and managed to relight the lantern. It was then that I saw it. A figure standing at the foot of the bed, its form obscured by shadows. I froze, the journal slipping from my grasp. The figure was featureless, a shape that seemed to defy reality. It emanated a palpable malevolence that sent waves of terror coursing through me. My breath caught in my throat as the figure began to move, gliding towards me with an unnatural grace. I stumbled back, my mind racing for an escape route. I backed away from the advancing figure, my heart pounding like a drum. Panic clawed at my chest as I realized I was trapped in this room with the malevolent entity. And then, just as I thought I would succumb to the terror, a voice echoed through the room. The same voice I had been reading in the journal. It was filled with anguish, a desperate plea for release from the cursed mansion's grasp. As the voice grew louder, the figure before me flickered and dissipated like smoke in the wind. The room was suddenly flooded with light as the storm outside began to abate. Gasping for air, I glanced around the room, my eyes falling on the journal lying on the floor. With trembling hands, I picked it up once more and read the final entry. The entry was different, its words filled with gratitude and relief. The man spoke of his torment finally coming to an end, of the darkness releasing its hold on him. He expressed his hope that whoever found the journal would understand the truth and break the cycle of malevolence that had plagued the mansion for generations. As I closed the journal, a weight lifted from the room, as if the air itself had cleared. The mansion, once suffocating with dread, now felt strangely peaceful. The storm outside had subsided completely, and the rain had turned into a gentle patter. With a newfound resolve, I left the room and descended the grand staircase. The mansion seemed to sigh in relief, its oppressive atmosphere lifted by the truth I had uncovered. As I stepped out into the fading light, a sense of closure settled within me. I knew that the mansion's dark secrets were finally at rest, and the entity that had haunted it was finally free. Looking back at the mansion one last time, I realized that the true horror was not the malevolent entity, but the weight of its tragic history. The mansion stood as a reminder that the past could cast a long shadow, one that could only be dispelled by confronting the truth. And as I walked away, I couldn't help but wonder what other haunted histories lay hidden, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek them out.